Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to potentially the last edition for the Impact version of the Midweek War! Now, I say potentially the last because we have no idea what's going to be on Destination America next week. I'm Mad Mike. You know that. I know that. I'm the maddest of Mikes, especially when we talk about Impact. With me is the voice of a much better wrestling company, Inspire Pro Wrestling. Eamon Paton, how are you, sir?
Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot to me. But what is a better wrestling company? Sorry, Tonio Garza. Whatever. Yeah, I'm here to talk about TNA with you this week. And boy, did I watch it.
And Eamon, I believe you have your dreaded notes again.
I did. I kind of stream of conscious, like just write notes of stuff I see or hear. Yeah, I'm. Whoo, boy.
I'm actively excited for this. All right. Well, without further ado, Eamon, what's your one word for Impact this week?
Bound. We're bound. We're bound in many senses of the word. But yeah,
we are definitely bound. I will say 2. Because this was the second Tommaso Ciampa match I got to see. This.
Yes. Making way.
If you watched the Midweek War NXT edition, you saw that my lower third was ravishing Tommaso Ciampa because Ciampa was the first man ever since Rick Rude to be on 2 different company shows on TV at the same night. And I think, depending on when you watch NXT, almost at the exact same time. Amazing what they can do down in Florida. All right, Eamon, what's your good for this week?
My good for this week is actually the opening segment, and I'm not just saying that because I'm like, oh, EC3 was in it. Don't get me wrong, he was fantastic.
it's
as
a
always.
Great reason to have that be your good.
I mean, yeah. Here's the thing: EC3 versus Drew Galloway didn't have a lot of build, a week before the big pay-per-view. They kind of sold me on the match. They were the way they were talking, the way their stories kind of intersected and stuff like that. The fact that EC3 didn't give a damn about the company he was champion for and didn't want to fight for it or whatever is a cool story, versus the guy that did try to champion the company and stuff like that and fought for it and stuff like that. Drew Galloway is a good wrestler. EC3 is a good wrestler. I was getting intrigued with the match. Now, we'll get to what happened later.
Ooh,
but
wait till you see how it turns out.
Yeah, because we can't have enough of a good thing, right? But at that moment, I was like, okay, I'll watch EC3 versus Drew Galloway. Like, I'll watch that and I'll enjoy it because they're talented wrestlers and they're trying to do something with it.
Yeah. All right. I mean, the opening segment was fun, and it's funny. The points I was making in my snarky live tweet of Impact were the same points EC3 was making in his actual promo.
Yeah. Also, especially the point where he mentioned how he warned Dixie Carter about Jeff Jarrett.
Like as soon as Jeff Jarrett showed up, EC3 was the only person who said, "This is not a good idea, Auntie. Like, this guy cannot be trusted. We should not, he is already making unfair, biased decisions. We should not have him in our company."
And Dixie's like, but yeah.
EC3 is the canary in the mine shaft.
He is. I also really enjoyed him just constantly making fun of how Drew Galloway tells people to stand up or whatever. I really love that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My good this week is going to go to that Tommaso Ciampa match. It was Ciampa, DJZ, and Trevor Lee. Yeah. Now, the match quality was very good. I liked the match. I enjoyed the match. Every time DJZ gets to do what he does in the ring, I'm okay with it. Tommaso Ciampa is really fun, as I've gotten to see from NXT. And as you've been telling me for a couple weeks, Trevor Lee is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get to see much of him apart from this match, but there was a bad associated with it. Why was Trevor Lee able to wrestle in this match?
Here's the thing. In my notes,
okay,
because I will say something positive about TNA. I'm not gonna Tonio, listen to this segment right now.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated the fact of how they tried to explain it. About how they said that Trevor Lee and Brian Myers, because they were the tag team champions and lost the tag titles, that they have an automatic rematch.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It doesn't make sense because they aren't TNA contracted wrestlers. But if they did sign a one-time I think
when they won the tag titles, I think it should allow Trevor Lee and Brian Myers to appear on the show up until the title match. If they start appearing after that, then yeah, it's fucking stupid.
See, but and you know me, I'm all about an easy way out of things that don't necessarily make sense.
Yeah.
Trevor Lee, we can show a segment before Lethal Lockdown. No, I'm serious. Because Trevor Lee was not in Lethal Lockdown.
That's a good point.
We can show a segment saying Trevor Lee said, like telling Jeff, like, no, I'm not going to be in Lethal Lockdown. Find yourself a fifth guy. This has gotten too far. I already lost my tag titles because of your shit, and I'm not part of this anymore. I'm joining over with Dixie Carter. I'm not going to be on their team because I don't think they would trust me. But I'm done. Like, that's all you gotta do? That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't in Lethal Lockdown. They didn't have a reason to be angry at him. And you could have played it off like he's now part of the TNA roster. But nope, you just don't know that.
All I say is that I appreciated them trying to explain it.
Yeah, I'm okay with the rematch clause thing. That's fine. Why he was able to show up in a random X Division match, I'm still hazy on that, but okay.
Also that he won the X Division match.
Yeah, that too. Like, you should really push the one guy you do have on contract.
And the one guy that
we love you. We love you, Zima.
And the one guy that's in the Ultimate X match.
Yep, that too. All right, but so Eamon, not every show is perfect, and least of all this one. What would be your one bad for this week?
Oh god, the one bad.
Is this where you just start reading your notes?
I was going to. I'll read all of my notes in a second, but my one bad would probably be the handicap women's match.
Oh wow! Okay, all right. I thought you were going
just as a bad. I wasn't on last week. I think it was when they did Gail Kim versus Jade.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that match. That's the most competent they've made Mia Yim look.
Yeah,
and they made her look really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed that match. Now they're back to making the Dollhouse look stupid.
Mm-hmm. At least they won this time.
I noted here on my notes, specifically for the women's match, the beautiful people think the Dollhouse is ugly. The Dollhouse thinks the beautiful people are disgusting. So compelling.
It's like watching Mean Girls 2.
It's like watching every stupid women's wrestling trope. Like everything in a match. Like it's awful. And the only thing I noted also about the women's match is that Josh and Pope discuss Rebel's gloves for some reason. Like they go on a rant or something about Rebel wearing gloves. Like what the, are you that bored?
To be fair, I wouldn't blame them. Even though Josh's wife was in the ring, so you think he might have some interest.
I also hate the new beautiful people so much. They're like, we're grungy and edgy. We don't wear wrestling gear.
But
So stupid.
I mean, like Velvet was going for a fun thing where she was trying to be like a Harley Quinn type of thing, like a Suicide Squad thing. And I was all for that. And then she immediately ditched the colors in her hair, went back to just being Velvet Sky.
And
2004.
And the promo before the match, it's just the beautiful people, bitchy catty girl promo, but they're just not wearing wrestling gear. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and it's a shame because I love Madison Rayne. I love Madison Rayne. I think Madison Rayne is still one of the most underused women that they have on their roster. Easily. Because her title reigns were fun. Her title reigns were really, really good. Like being the queen of the knockouts division and all that stuff. All right. My bad this week. Drew Galloway's an idiot.
I was going to say.
Drew Galloway is a goddamn idiot.
The literal minute that they showed Dixie Carter announcing that if Drew and Matt win the tag match, Matt's in the triple threat, I was like, there's going to be no psychology in the match. It's going to be no psychology in the match. No. And Drew Galloway is just going to want to win the match and add another person into his title match.
Oh, but not just another person. Two other persons.
God.
But yeah, Drew Galloway is a fucking idiot.
He's so stupid.
He really I want to stand up. Like, no.
It ruined everything from the opening promo. It ruined everything from it.
It just because now it doesn't even look like Dixie's backing Drew Galloway.
Yeah,
it looks like she's backing Matt Hardy.
It looks like she's unsure of Drew Galloway winning.
And you know what? There was a way that they can make this work. If Drew was actively trying to not win the match, but just trying to hurt EC3.
And
he wouldn't tag Matt in. He would never tag Matt in. And the only way it would work is if Matt Tyrus threw Drew in the corner or something like that, and Matt hit a blind tag and then was able to get a flash pin out of nowhere.
You know what that's called, Mike? Telling a story in the ring. You know what TNA never does? Tell a story in the ring. It was so frustrating. The minute Dixie said that, I was just like, this is terrible.
It was just I understand if Drew said he wanted more competition. They tried to explain it away in that promo. I'll give them credit. Because obviously Drew Galloway, the performer, can't control what he's given. I'm sure Drew Galloway, the man, knows that. Why would I want another guy in my title shot? That doesn't make any sense at all. Especially if I can literally control if that guy is going to be in my title shot.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, they tried to explain it away, and I'll give them credit for that, but the explanation just was not good enough.
I will elaborate more on when we do predictions on what I think. But yeah.
All right. So, Eamon, what would you change this week?
A lot. This is the part where I'm just going to read my stream of conscious notes. Okay. For the opening match, I just wrote, Shira doesn't know how near falls work.
Yep.
He kept kicking out right at 2 on things that should have been near falls.
It's like 1, 2.
Yeah. Like he kicked out, but then there's no crowd pop, because he just kicked out at 2. Shira's wrestling ability is at the level of a Dana Brooke, and Dana Brooke isn't bad right now. She's bad,
they're going the opposite way.
Right, exactly.
I'm trying to do it with my hands. One's going up, one's going down.
It's like he can't he's not out there. He's embarrassing himself, but he still doesn't understand certain concepts of wrestling. You know what I mean? So later stuff on here. I just wrote the backstage part where Bobby Roode's about to come out. Quote from the interviewer to Bobby Roode: "Bobby, the King of the Mountain title is pretty important."
All right.
Did you notice that as well,
Eamon? My exact tweet during that part was, "So Bobby, this title for existence for a month is really important, right?" Roode's reaction.
Well, that's he didn't even
shrug emoji.
He just said the guy just said the King of the Mountain title is pretty important. It's pretty important.
There has not been a successful title defense of the King of the Mountain championship. And there have been 3 champions.
I just wrote also. The rest of the stuff was from the women's match, and I just wrote after that Eric Young's comically bad promo, where he's backstage and he's just like, "I'm angry." Ah! It's like, okay, we get it. And then I just wrote at the end, they say that Dixie and Mahabali Shera will announce something next week. Wonder what it can be. Didn't they already announce the India tour? Or is that just rumor?
No, that's just dirt sheet stuff.
Okay. I'm sure it'll go as great as the China tour did.
By the way, did you catch the thing that they did with the James Storm interview?
Not specifically, no.
Okay. You'll appreciate this because I rewound it to make sure I was tweeting properly. Josh and Pope were talking about the Shera and Storm match, and Josh said that, well, Mahabali Shera is the sole reason that the Revolution is broke up or something to that effect. And they said, and James Storm disagrees. They cut right to James Storm, and the first thing he says is, "Koya, you are the reason the Revolution is."
Oh.
I'm like, you didn't even watch the promo.
You didn't even watch the promo.
You didn't even, I don't blame you. If I didn't have to watch the promo, I wouldn't have watched the promo either. But you didn't watch the promo.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was like right after it. There wasn't even a commercial break. It was literally boom, boom.
Can I just say that whole match was bad as well?
Yeah.
Mahabali Shera can't really wrestle. The ref bump spot was so stupid.
And
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing about that.
Beer does not sting. Why are you blinding people with beer?
Eamon, have you ever been spit in the face with beer?
No.
It does sting a little bit. It does. There's carbonation there. There's carbonation. There's hops.
But not for the amount of time that Hebner couldn't freaking count a pinfall. It's not like powder like they used in the knockouts match. You know what I mean?
I can't believe they used powder. I totally forgot about that.
But also, why is this happening the days before the pay-per-view?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this not happening at the pay-per-view?
There's so much stuff that should be happening.
Why is the Beautiful People Dollhouse stuff not happening at the pay-per-view?
You want to know why? Because Angelina Love is probably 3 months pregnant now.
Also, yeah, great job, Angelina, helping your friends with all the interference in that. You didn't help someone get blinded. You didn't help Velvet Sky almost get her arm broken by a chair. Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing: if you have a shoulder injury, you can still run in and try to stop people.
Yeah,
you're not
she was ringside.
Yeah,
she didn't have to run.
You're not a neck brace.
But I could have stood there with the old Beautiful People hairspray that they used to use.
I wonder if there's another factor that kept you from doing it.
I wonder how long Angelina's gonna be out. What do you say? Maybe at least 9 months.
Maybe. maybe 10. Give her some recovery time.
Give her some recovery time.
No. I didn't really say a change. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. You said a lot of changes. My change, it's got to go to Chris Melendez. Dude, you won. You cheated to win. You had to have, like Eric Young said, my change is that we need to have some of these heels be wrong. That's my change. Because if you listen to every heel promo, all the heels are 100% right. Not in like a good heel should think he's right. These people are actually correct. And that's not a good thing for your stories because it makes your faces look like idiots.
All I'll say from Chris Melendez's end is, it's just a metaphor for America.
Oh.
Right? It is. We cheated to win, and then we
try to invade Canada.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Yeah, you know what really, and I don't think I said this last week, but I know they said it. Someone said to Eric Young that he should feel remorse for Chris Melendez because Chris Melendez fought for him. Eric Young's Canadian. Melendez did not fight for him. Eric Young is not an American citizen. Now, if you're talking world politics, okay, sure, but I don't think anyone's gonna invade Canada anytime soon. Just guessing.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so let's get to predictions, Eamon. Are you ready for the breakdown of this card?
Let's predict this thing.
All right. We have an Ultimate X match.
Anyone.
The X Division Championship. We got Tigre Uno versus DJZ versus the now unmasked Manic.
Who's not TJ Perkins.
Who's not TJ Perkins. Absolutely not TJ Perkins.
He doesn't unmask.
By the way, did you watch Impact last week?
I caught most of it.
Okay. If you will, when we're done with this, do me a favor and watch the segment where Manic unmasks again. Garza swore to me up and down that the Impact Zone was chanting TJP. Okay? For TJ Perkins.
Right.
Now, I could have sworn they thought Manic was DJZ. They sound similar. They sound similar. They kind of look similar if you don't know what people of color look like. But I swear to God, it sounded like they thought he was DJZ.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I'll have to see.
Okay. And it's DJZ versus Manic versus Tigre Uno versus Andrew Everett. Yes. I don't know who that is.
He's very good. He's a lot like Trevor Lee.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like an indie guy. So.
Okay.
He's talented. Tigre, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with my heart, and I'm gonna say DJZ. I feel like he's so good, you guys.
He's very good.
Give him the belt again, but it's probably gonna be Manic. It's probably gonna be Manic.
It's Manic.
I'm just so I want people I like in TNA to do good, and I have a feeling Bound for Glory is not going to illustrate that.
This is gonna be the opposite of that.
Yeah. All right. So the tag team titles, we got the Wolves, Kiki and Choppy, against Brian Myers and Trevor Lee.
Wolves. And in fairness, the match will probably be good. They even said like it may steal the show, which it very well could have.
Not that there's much competition.
Yeah, but
yeah, Kiki and Choppy are gonna win because those guys have a baseball show to show up in a couple weeks. Yeah.
If it doesn't get canceled.
Now, the real question is, once the Wolves win, because I'm pretty sure we all think they will, who are their next opponents? Because we don't have any other tag teams now that the Revolution's broken up too.
You're acting like we have a show after this.
Fair point. I mean, I could see Manic and Shira becoming a team. The ambiguous duo.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got the knockout title match from. It looks like this is Victory Road 2005. Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong.
Here's the thing. They kept like
Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong is the John Cena versus Randy Orton of TNA, isn't it?
Here's the thing. Gail Kim really did try to sell the match or whatever. But they're acting like it's been like a feud that's gone on for years. They had like 3 matches when Kong eventually won the belt or whatever that were really good, and then maybe 1 or 2 matches after that, and then Gail Kim left, and then Kong eventually left as well. Then Gail Kim came back, and Kong only recently came back like a year ago, less than that.
Yeah, less than that. I think she came back in January.
Yeah, and they had like maybe 1 or 2 matches after that. Like it's not like a long-standing feud, and it's not like they've always delivered like match that everyone will remember. They're not the NXT women.
Honestly, Gail and Taryn to me had a better rivalry than Gail and Kong.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Gail and Taryn, I still remember those matches. Those matches were the shit.
Not to say Gail or Kong had bad matches, but I think it's just.
But it's an Awesome Kong match. You know what you're getting. Actually, you know what? Gail Kim and Awesome Kong, they're not the Cena versus Orton. They're the Lesnar versus Big Show.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what you're going to get. It's not bad. It's sometimes very good, but you know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. So now we have the throw shit to a wall and see what sticks. Oh, I'm sorry. The Bound for Gold gauntlet match.
Okay, I got to find this thing.
I have the listing for you.
Okay, because I don't know. I don't remember everyone that's in this.
No, it's
match.
okay. I got the listing for you. And you're going to have to tell me, based on your TNA experiences, if you remember who some of these people are.
Okay.
All right. It's a gauntlet match, so it's TNA's version of a mini Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
First, you have Tyrus.
Okay.
Then you have Robbie E. Then you have Mr. Anderson. You have Mahabali Shira. Yeah. You have Jesse Goddard. You have Eli Drake. You have Chris Melendez. You have Abyss. And you have Aiden O'Shea.
Okay.
First of all, neither of us knew who Aiden O'Shea was.
No clue.
He's apparently Jay Bradley, who I still don't remember who that is. He was on Gut Check, right?
He won like a Gut Check, yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. Oh, if I remember, Jay Bradley was the one that was in Gut Check and also had that really like gross misogynistic match at National Pro Wrestling Day.
National Pro Wrestling Day.
Yeah, because he was part of Resistance Pro. Yeah. It's sure, the guy with the new name. I'll go with him. Why not?
All right. I'm gonna go with who I want to see win this, and that's gonna be Jesse Goddard. I honestly, I think under the radar, he's been one of the better parts of Impact when he's been given a chance to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a good gimmick. His mic skills need a little work, but a lot of people's do. And I think he would be the next guy to kind of rise up, because I would almost guarantee that this match was supposed to have a certain guy by the name of Bram in it, and that he was going to win. I'm serious. Like I think if they're originally going to have this match, it was designed for Bram to win.
Possibly, yeah. Actually, I'm going to change my vote. I'm going to go for Rockstar Spud. Oh wait.
He's not in.
Nowhere on the card.
He's not in the match.
They have a match specifically to get people on the card, and Rockstar Spud is not on the card.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sad about it. I'm so sad about it.
Whatever. Fuck this company.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of fuck this company, Eric Young versus Kurt Angle. How quickly is Angle going to win? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that.
You did miss that. I was going to say, you didn't talk about it, so I'm like, oh, Eamon must have missed that.
I must have 100% missed that.
Because it was right after Eric Young got beat down by everyone.
Oh, God.
He came back and complained to Dixie, and he was like, I shouldn't have to defend myself against everybody. And at that point, I thought Dixie was going to announce the Bound for Gold match. And
I missed that.
And she was like, oh, no, darling, you're right. You shouldn't have to defend yourself against everyone. You just worry about your opponent for Bound for Glory, Kurt Angle.
God.
So how quickly is Kurt Angle going to win this match, Eamon?
In 5 minutes. Literally. Like, who cares?
That's about how long he can go these days.
Again, where is Rockstar Spud on this card?
Where is... You know what I missed, and they completely just did not do anything with this? Remember the Boss, Bobby Roode, Rockstar Spud feud we were going to get?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? Because Rockstar Spud was the reason that Austin Aries left to go back to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Because Rockstar Spud kicked him out. Do you remember all that fun stuff?
Well, I mean, you could have Rockstar... I mean, Rockstar Spud may answer the open challenge that Bobby Roode issued, right?
Oh, you know what? Well, our Angle's going to win. That's my prediction. You know what? We'll get to that open challenge right now. Bobby Roode versus Lashley.
Oh. Okay.
You know, all right, Eamon, you know who's going to win that match? Bobby.
I will. Okay. one
And
thing
you know what?
back.
This should be called the Bobby Pin match.
I will say this: the crowd chanted when Bobby Lashley came out. They chanted, "Was it?" They said, "Let's go, Bobby," or something along those lines.
They chanted, "Let's go, Bobbies."
Yeah, and Bobby Lashley started smiling.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was legitimately a good point. It was legitimately.
It was a nice moment.
Yeah, it was legit. It was legitimately pretty good. It made up for the fact that the crowd had no idea who Tommaso Ciampa was.
It made up for the fact that let's get another former WWE guy on this show instead of somebody that's been working their ass off.
I mean, why not have a triple threat match with these two? I mean, it's not like you're gonna have a triple threat match anywhere else on the show, right? Oh, I'm sorry. We have one more match to talk about. By the way, why is the King of the Mountain title not defended in a King of the Mountain match?
I don't know. I guess it's only defended a King of the Mountain match in times when they feel like they need a King of the Mountain match.
Because Jeff Jarrett won it in a King of the Mountain match. PJ Black won it in a King of the Mountain match.
And then they just had a regular match.
Wins it, normal match.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so the main event.
Okay.
So, EC3 versus Drew Galloway versus Matt fucking Hardy with Jeff fucking Hardy as the referee.
Okay. I want you to give the prediction first.
My prediction. All right. Oh God. All right. I'm going on record. This is too clever. This is my prediction. This is what I would do. Jeff Hardy screws over Matt. EC3 wins. That's my booking. That's my prediction. It's my prediction. It's what I want to see happen. Do I think it'll happen? No. But if they want to create a buzz, they want to create some heat, that's what you do.
I was going to say, mine's an extension of that. I say both Jeff and Matt turn.
How does that happen?
Matt got Matt into the match. What was the point of getting Matt into the match other than to give EC3 an advantage? And so, not only did
EC3 hired Matt too.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't just turn Jeff and Matt heel. They also turned Dixie Carter heel again.
Oh.
This was all a plan for Dixie Carter to ever keep the belt. I don't know how it explains the Drew Galloway saving the company thing. Maybe because she got people to save her company again and she was being facetious or whatever. But it makes a lot more sense to have Dixie Carter on the side of her nephew than not on the side of her nephew.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the only thing that would save this show for me. Because I don't want to see Drew as champion, not unless he beats EC3 clean.
But here's the thing.
EC3 clean, I wouldn't like it, but I'd be accepting of it.
But here's the thing. This isn't just a title match. This is a guy who has a 2-year winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's Goldberg, basically.
Yeah.
He's better than Goldberg. Goldberg only had a year and a half
better
hair. Really?
Yeah, I mean, his streak is not as impressive as Goldberg's. We'll go on record and say that, but it's still pretty darn impressive.
I'm pretty sure.
I was talking to Buddy Landell last night. He forgot EC3 was still undefeated.
He is.
Yeah.
And he's probably just gonna lose at the paper. Also, Rockstar Spud's in the match, right? It's the second guest referee, right? No.
No. You know what would be really great? If Spud was so dejected that he didn't get put anywhere on this card. He comes out and helps EC3 win.
That would be really good too.
That'd be really. That would never happen. But honestly, I could see them doing the Jeff heel turn because because they're in North Carolina. You have to do something like apart from Matt. Because right now, this is no longer designed even in the best booking for Drew Galloway to win because it's in North Carolina.
Also,
it's designed for Matt Hardy to win.
Also, they still got a couple months before the European tour before Jeff has to get injured again. It's fine.
This is true.
Or, well, I actually no, because if the India tour is coming up.
All right, and Eamon, our final prediction from the show. You thought we were done.
No.
We're not done. What the fuck kind of show are we going to see next week?
A lot of recaps.
All right, here's what I'm hoping we see next week. I'm not even joking about this. I think I alluded to this on the Mayhem show, or maybe I just had a fever dream about this. I want a 2-hour-long Impact of the BDC versus the Wolves. I want all that stuff they filmed since Hernandez is no longer with Lucha Underground. I want all of that shown and presented as new footage. Because you think about it, they literally could do that. Because the Wolves are likely to still be tag team champions after this. They're not going to reference GFW, nor would they. And you could have the Wolves versus the BDC for a month. How amazing would that be, Eamon?
I just hope it's a recap show, because if it's a recap show, we probably won't be reviewing it on this show.
Well, we'll have to review it just to see what it is.
Do we have to?
I think unless it's really that bad, like if it's a 2-hour-long version of a post pay-per-view ROH show, we're gonna have to see. Because are we even guaranteed that ROH is gonna be on next week?
It is, but it's just gonna be. They announced that it was stuff from their Field of Honor show.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Great. Woo!
A lot of really great matches.
Guess where I was during Field of Honor? I was watching the best fucking match of the year. That's what I was doing.
See, now you get to make up for it. You get to watch both shows.
Yeah. All right. So, Eamon, where would you rank TNA this week?
Third. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Leave the memories alone.
I'm gonna rank TNA second this week. The 3-way match was really good, and they progressed storylines, which not well, but they progressed. And that's one of the things I do like in my wrestling programs. And well, Ring of Honor didn't do that so much this weekend. Doesn't sound like they're doing it next week. But yeah, so until next week, ? This has been your Impact version of the Midweek War.